Hello children. So today I am in front of you to discuss about mastering physics for NEET. To master physics, dear children, you need to follow some of the steps which are written on the smart board. The first step that you have to follow is NCERT. Now what does this mean? This means that children, you need to familiarize yourself with the NCERT of the current year that you are studying. Because NCERT is the Bible for both NEET and JEE. So if you need to pass physics in a proper marks, then you need to make sure that you are following NCERT line by line, word by word. NCERT not only gives you the perfect basic for your studies in NEET, but also it provides you the base for your understanding numericals and concepts also in physics. So, you need to first of all understand that for getting perfection in physics, mastering in physics, to master physics, you need to always follow NCERT physics textbook for class 11 and class 12. The second step, children, is practice. Now, what is the meaning of practice? Remember, if you need to master physics, you need to master the numericals. To master the numericals, you need to practice, practice and only practice. So, it is better if you have a rough notebook and then practice all your problems there, so that it will remain with you all throughout the year. The next is, of course, notes. Here you need to know, children, that you yourself should prepare the concise notes required for physics in a way only you can understand, because you cannot make comprehensive notes. So, you need to make, we can say, a proper short form of the notes which only you can understand. The next step is resources. So, you need to remember that with NCERT, you need to follow some of the textbooks such as H.C. Verma and maybe D.C. Pandey if you are going for JEE. But if you are going for only NEET, it's preferable that you go for H.C. Verma concept of physics in addition to NCERT. So, kindly keep this resource ready with you for mastering physics. Now, you need to make a list of important chapters, children. The most important chapters which has got the highest weightage in NEET should be made by you, and you need to follow those chapters itself. If by chance you don't know or you are not comfortable with a chapter such as, let us say, systems of particle and rotation, then it's preferable for you to leave that chapter off, but go for a list of a certain chapters of 2 or 3, so that you can get the weightage of the systems of particles and rotation balanced. And this is, children, the most important one. So, remember, if you are going to not prepare for certain chapter, you need to go for some other chapters which will have the same weightage for that examination, that is NEET. Next, of course, you need to analyze mistakes that you are doing for following or solving the questions in physics. And after you analyze the mistakes, you need to make sure that you're not going to repeat the mistakes for the next set of problems which are similar to ones that you have solved. The next is of course mock tests. Remember children, not only we can say solving the problems in physics is important, but you need to also know where do you actually stand in physics in all India level. To do that, you need to follow some mock test series which will enable you to understand your strengths and weaknesses, and not only that, will also make you identify your level in that examination, which is NEET. So you need to make sure that you follow mock test diligently. Of course, you need to stay updated children. Remember, most of the times the syllabus keeps on changing. So you need to make sure that you are always updated with the latest chapters of physics and prepare that accordingly. Of course, the final is seek guidance. Of course, children, remember that you cannot solve the problem by yourself. You cannot crack NEET by yourself. You cannot master physics in NEET by yourself. So to do that, you need to have guidance of a proper lecturer, teacher, or a professor who will guide you along those lines. So never hesitate to ask the guidance with a proper teacher. So these are the things that you need to remember to master physics in NEET examination. Thank you.